guys killed off Baron Chalk's army. You left him unconscious and questioned him, and he tried to spin you a tale of, oh no, there's another bad guy, I'm not the only bad guy, please don't kill me, but I'm never going to change. So you decided to bring him back to town to toss him over to some type of authority figure.
Let's not forget that he immediately fucking backtracked that statement within like 2 seconds of finishing the one tactic. It was like, oh, you could just let me go. It'll be fine. Nothing will happen. I swear. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Please spare me. Oh, you'll change your ways? God, no.
Why would I?
He is flexible. I'll give him that.
This could be a problem somewhere else.
You guys are doomed. I've set my machinations into drive. But if you let me go, you can have your total normal life.
I am visualizing my victory. It doesn't matter what you do now. It's already visualized. The universe is in motion.
You may let me go, but I might not kill you tomorrow or the next day. But maybe the next day I'll kill you, or your children, or something down the line.
Oh. Or maybe I'll forget. We'll see.
I'm a busy man.
Yeah. Lots of people to lie to.
Jogar, you tied him up. You tied his hands and body is kind of tightly done. You tried to blindfold him, not well, and it kind of instantly fell off. You've brought him back to Snapthumb Farm, where Shingo has not transformed into a shapeshifter and killed everybody yet.
We're not out of the woods yet. I have
gotten back here.
No doubt.
It's late afternoon, early evening, probably like 4 o'clock. You have another 4 or 5 hour walk back into town. If you choose to do that tonight, you'll be getting there a little bit after sunset. Yeah, Farron's tied up. Atlas is currently holding him in place. So
before we hand him off, we might lose our chance forever to put him inside the box and find out what happens.
We've already gone over this. No box. We are going to the fucking clerics.
Hugo says that. Jogar's in the background. We're like, yeah, like getting so hyped.
Later, we may be able to do it later, but definitely not now.
Okay.
We need more information.
I mean, how often do we find a bad guy that can fit inside a chest that we want to find out?
At minimum, we do need to turn them into the guys so they're at least warned about the ogres coming up with some, like, credible backup.
Okay.
We absolutely need all the proof we can get, especially with the severity of the threat.
Above character, did you guys say out loud that you were part of the Harpers last week? Because I feel like we were not, or it might have been known that Davey was. But did Josue say that? Because he hasn't mentioned that at all this entire time, I'm pretty sure.
I think I tried to pull Davey aside and talk about something, but I just alluded to it. I never actually, like, flat out said it.
So,
gotcha.
Above game, Harpers were never actually mentioned in game. They were alluded to from the DM telling us that Harpers are cool with town guards because they know that, hey, you're pretty cool. Like, you're trying to uphold justice and that kind of stuff.
Rats were pretty cool.
You could, like, Davey, if you look closely at him, he has a Harper symbol on his one hitter that he wears across his neck. So, like, he's not really hiding it, but he's also not really active. Josue has been very buggy about the whole situation. So, if you have noticed him be a little crazed when Harpers are mentioned, maybe you suspect something, but honestly...
I definitely, like, fidget around trying to make sure it's obscured at all times, too. Just occasionally, like, oh! My robe moved kind of
yeah.
He's having withdrawal symptoms, just like...
Joker just thinks that's the way Josue is.
And it only just started after they met Agatha.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, sorry for interrupting. I don't know who was talking before that, though.
I think we were pretty much set on, like, We had some minor interaction, but we're headed on the road to Murran to get there at like 9 p.m.
Shingo is coming with us, right? If I remember
Yes,
correctly.
Shingo's coming with us.
Yeah. Good.
Okay.
We can use his wisdom. I don't like the idea that.
Did we rest up here, or are we just going right
No.
through the place?
We
You
did
have not
rest.
taken a rest since the end of the battle.
All right.
In theory, we could take a short rest, but then the guy might escape.
Well, that's it. That's like if we do take a rest or a short rest, we need to have somebody like prodding him at all times to make sure he doesn't get to rest like the rest of us, kind of thing.
Well, we are also in a situation where we're already getting to Murran at 9 p.m. If the clerics are there stationed, hopefully we can turn them into someone. There's some sort of night shift, but you're not guaranteed that.
That should be good. I'm just adjusting my spell slots because I think I reset my spell slots after last time. But I know where they should be.
I got a flat 0 spell slots.
I have 3 left.
I think I have 2 left.
I'm a cleric with a million options. And I also spent the entire fight missing Sacred Flame.
Yeah, I have 2 fights. Moonbeam always hit. Never mind that it can't miss.
It dealt. That last hit did a lot to him. Almost max damage, right? 19?
Yeah,
Yeah.
19.
That was...
Only 19. How embarrassing.
That was a heavy hit.
Only doing 19 damage.
Imagine doing more than half of someone's health in this party.
Yeah.
You got Davey, who either deals 30 damage or 2.
Yeah.
I love how swingy he is.
Yeah, I know, it's like a critical hit that he gets.
So
like,
fucking ridiculous.
It averages to 16, and the average is
my
useless.
God. I need...
It definitely
alright.
does not average to 16 because 2 is much more frequent than 30.
2 and 32? I heard 2 and 32. That's 2 attacks for 2 damages. That actually averages to 17.
To be fair, every like 8 2s he rolls at least 2 32s. I feel like that's about
There we go.
accurate.
Alright, so what's your plan here?
We're heading off to Murran.
Yeah, we
we're
just had to Murran, I guess.
traveling to Murran with Shingo.
Okay.
Out of curiosity, do we notice anything about the little guard outpost as we pass it? Going back to Murran, does it look untouched or anything?
Yeah, so it's not too far from the house. That's kind of relatively early on the way in. It was a fairly hot and humid day, and it's starting to smell a little bit rank as you walk by. Everything seems to be in place where you left it. You do notice
After taking a whiff of decay, Davey's gonna take some pipe weed.
Oh, this reminds me of my smell of my weed.
the bucket you put out for whole collection Jogar is gone.
Oh, fuckers!
Nah, it's a road. It should be free. No need paying for roads.
Yeah.
I was gonna fund my other outhouse projects. God damn it.
I mean, we got like, what was it, 2,000 gold? I think we could probably fund it with that.
And as you look up into the sky,
This is outhouses of pure diamond.
you do start to see some like scavenger birds circling above you as you walk by.
Okay.
Just like crows or vultures or something off into the air. You're not really sure what kind of bird. Do you want to interact with them at all? Just let them be.
No desire to touch a stinking corpse.
We didn't do
Smoking
this.
My pipe weed and moving.
Somebody killed these guys. Oh my
This
god.
is crazy.
I'm blocking out the smell of decay with the smell of my pipe weed.
It's like someone killed these guys and propped them up. That's fucked up.
Yeah. Who would
Alright.
do such a thing?
You keep going along your merry way. The sun is starting to set, kind of. You're not really seeing too many people out on the roads, especially as it gets darker. Kind of see more of the monsters that would start to creep out. As the sun goes down, you're now probably about an hour or so outside of town. Yeah, you can continue along. You hear some critters scurrying off kind of off to the sides of you. The trees are still kind of far down to the south of you. It's mostly just open grassland, so anything large you'd be able to see coming up on you. It just seems that the road is well enough traveled during the day that any critters or monstrosities haven't regained their way back out here as they would be in the dead of night. So you arrive back into town, coming in from the road on the southeast. Yeah. And so...
coming from the southeast road, so this one?
Yes. Just for reference, you don't need tokens if you don't want to have them. Just as general where you guys are. And so you come back in. Yeah, so... You guys... Where do you think you're going to go? Or what kind of place are you looking to go?
I believe...
Obviously the bar first, I'm kidding.
I believe Shingo was telling us to take him to the Temple of the Umberly. So we'd be following him towards that. Am I the only one that notices that the town militia HQ is out in the middle of the sea, though?
Oh, I didn't move all the things, did I? I was supposed to be hidden.
Yeah, you were the one who
you can
knows that.
see, right? We'll move that for a second. That's not actually there. That is...
Okay.
Yeah, you have to swim out. They don't even give you a boat.
That is the extended legend. I mean, if you can walk on water, right? You can probably get there pretty easily.
Yeah, I can walk on water.
Sorry, Barron, I'm not untying your arms so you can swim. So good luck.
Yeah. You're gonna have to sink to the bottom, then run.
You haven't let him rest yet. You can't. Anyway. Alright, so as you kind of get in, Shingo kind of turns and says, okay, so you can get him in. The main temple in town might be with, at the Moon Maiden's Hall. They might be able to take him. We can try and deal with the town's guard. He seems to be quite a magical person. I don't know how well they would be able to contain him. Either one of those should be able to hold him.
Yeah, make sure you set a spell that the bars are close enough that it can actually hold them.
I mean, they don't necessarily have to hold him. We just need to make sure he's accountable for his actions. That if we're informing the town guard that there's a potential invasion coming, it might be better to talk to them rather than some clerics that will keep him detained. And the clerics might be able to give him a better punishment, but I think we need to warn the city of the oncoming ogres.
I agree. The watch must be warned at the minimum, and him as proof is the best way.
Yeah, you can bring him over to the town's guard. Should be able to find a clerk there or something to hold him. There should be some old holding cells. So if I move that one now, that changed everything.
Real quick, Jogar, you're like actively with us as we're walking through here, right?
Yeah.
We should definitely be able to pull some guards over fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are walking. So the little, I think you can see it now. The little like cyanish maybe color. That whoever thing that thing. It's the town hall. So it's across the street from. There's a kind of walking through the street. There's a lot of decrepit houses, kind of torn from kind of sea storms over the years. It's been a while since kind of this city was sieged or sacked, and things have been rebuilt decently well. It's not kind of bushing and flourishing as typical kind of upright city would be. So you get through town and come in. Another kind of wooden building. You walk in the door, and there's a little desk. It seems to be for some type of clerk. And there's a human gentleman sitting down. You don't recognize him. He's got a nice little Van Dyke. Is that the goatee? No. Van Dyke is the bottom. He has a Van Dyke, whatever a Van Dyke is.
Okay.
Okay,
Let me Google what a Van Dyke is.
He kind of sees you and looks up. Gentlemen, why have you that gentleman tied up?
You see, sir, we come across a very disturbing situation, and he's at the helm of it. So we wanted to turn him into you to warn you about. Apparently, he's leading a crowd of ogres to come take over the city of Murran.
He looks kind of surprised that you're leading a halfling into him, telling him he's leading an ogre army.
He's a really self-hating kind of halfling, paired himself up with that of a prac dude, and he has some associates that are coming to help him, but we kind of stopped him before he could do too much damage. He was causing the farms over that way to go into famine to hopefully weaken the city, but we stopped that part. We just need to deal with him some more, and the farms will start growing again.
We do have some evidence to back this up, and I'm gonna sneak Hugriff the one like little hand idol thing that we have behind my back so he could do his thing with it.
You once again slam it down on the nearest table.
I think the more important evidence is actually the rite of desecration that we found on him.
We have that as well as a couple letters.
I mean, the letters where he openly is conversing with somebody saying, yeah, no, I'm going to destroy these farms probably is more evidence, but, you know, I like slamming things down.
All of this kind of adds up, and then I'm going to grab, I don't know who is carrying it, whoever, if it's me, I'm going to grab the letter and the things to kind of show to the guard here.
Yeah, we probably have it split up among us, so yeah, we can get that out.
I think Atlas had most of it and is also carrying the halfling.
Yes.
That's true.
So as you put all this down, the guard, the guy at the table kind of takes it in, kind of looks it over, and you hear Farron trying to squirm out from behind you. Brian, don't listen to him. You're trying to set me up.
Wasn't he gagged? Or...
No? He was not
gagged. No, just strictly blindfolded.
Okay, blindfolded.
I have about had it with you. I'm done with your bullshit. Be quiet.
Alright, so... Will, I need you to make a persuasion check. Make yours at advantage.
At advantage, okay.
I
like that.
I want to guide him if possible.
Oh, those were some actually kind of poo-poo rolls, but okay. Let's see. I got some guidance, though?
Yeah. Smack on the ass as we're doing all this.
Okay. A little 18.
He kind of takes it in. You sure this is all right, gentlemen? Farron has been good in helping the people kind of break off the land and bringing in people to help the farmers when their crops weren't going.
The people were
it's hard to believe this.
If you read this book here, it talks about desecrating the land. He's been doing this ritual to literally make it so the farmers cannot grow. He knows what he's doing. He was exploiting the farmers to get their money and causing the farm not to grow to starve out the city.
Takes the book from you, looks at it. Hugriff, can you make a perception check?
Sure.
Oh no, he's in on it.
This guy's illiterate. He can't read.
He's trying to read it as you look at it.
Oh my god.
This book was written in Giant, and the guy you're talking to is like looking at it intending that he's reading it, and the book is currently upside down.
Yeah.
He was illiterate.
Do you, Hugriff will suggest, do you need somebody who can read Giant for you?
Yeah, let me see if somebody else is around, and he kind of ushers you. There are some like benches off to the side if you wanted to sit and wait, and he kind of goes back into
Does he take
another
the book
office
with him?
room. No, he leaves everything right on that kind of desk
Very
where
good. I would have tried
that
to
was in
stop.
front of him.
We need to be careful. We don't know if Farron has any men that would lie to him about the translation here.
Yeah, we might see Brian again in like the dance club or something.
And you see, and he goes back and he comes back out with a half-elven gentleman. Walks back out. Seems to be, he's got kind of more of a official uniform and of more embellished insignia. Most likely someone of higher standing, at least, within kind of the town's guard. He comes back out. All right, let me see. You say he was making a... you say he was making a plot with ogres, and that he has been doing some cursed rituals.
Correct.
Yes, sir.
Ogres and other giant kin.
Yeah, and he fucked up my family's farm too. I'm not exactly happy about either.
That would explain some things. And he sits down at the desk with all the books, and he takes his hands out, and he starts muttering some type of incantation. And he sits there, kind of taking some time to look these things over. And he goes through a couple minutes of kind of reading these things through.
Is he like reciting an incantation as he's doing this, or is this him reading aloud? Can we tell?
Make an Arcana check.
Oh, that's my favorite. Yeah, boy! Let's go!
It really is your favorite.
Holy shit.
Roll20's been giving out a lot of 20s lately.
I'm here for it, baby.
Oh, interesting. Okay. He does seem to be kind of going through the motions of performing a ritual of some spell. You're the way that you, Josue, know and kind of, right? It's not a spell that you know firsthand, but it seems that he's doing something so that way he can understand all of this information you've put in front of him.
Ah, okay. We'll let him continue then.
Well, gentlemen, this is quite strange. We can stow him away. It is this ritual he seems to have caused seems to be quite detrimental and is causing some of the problems we've been seeing. Do you know if you can remove it?
Potentially.
There's
a solution with the chest.
There's
Might have to kill him.
Within the book, there were a couple options to pursue.
there were a number of options. He can die, or if he goes really far away, after like an hour of him being far away, the curse goes away. Or if you have a group of clerics or druids, they can bless the land to mitigate the effects until it goes away. And
You
it
would
lasts
need a
for
large
year.
group to permanently dispel it, so. One person can stave off the effects temporarily, but you need teamwork to effectively remove it.
You can talk
This
to
is, of
Stella.
course, assuming that he is the one that casts his spell himself. I think that is a safe assumption, but if he had one of his lackeys do it,
I mean,
there's a possibility killing him might not actually solve the problem.
I mean, unless it was Brian, I feel he was the only other survivor.
It's true. Well, the only person's there. There was an indicator as to when
Real quick, I just imagine a wizard coming back with groceries, like, "Hey guys, I can't believe it! Oh my god, what happened?"
I'm just hoping they didn't pick on, like, he was the only survivor, and then they, like,
I
go
was just
after us
thinking
for
that.
killing the entire fucking castles or the people.
We committed mass murder.
There was an indicator. It was red flowers, red something bloom. when the effects have been dispelled, and that will be a physical way to see we have solved the problem.
That will be good and noted. We can talk with the Selenites. They're the larger temple in the city. Maybe they can spare priestess that can help you. In terms of executions, might be a fair punishment for the crime. This Soth fellow from this other letter. Forgive my ignorance. I don't think it's possible for him to be alive.
Oh.
When the city was sieged by ogres a century ago, the ogre he claims to be his father was killed. I don't believe ogres can live for a century. So this is interesting. We may need to check in and see if this is real or some fabrication or some other ploy.
Maybe it was adopted post-mortem.
I mean, potentially just sending some scouts down south to see if there's a massive ogre army prepping to come north could solidify an answer out of that.
We can possibly scare a crew. We can maybe, if you say this ritual will kind of help the farms out and the city can keep growing, maybe we can get some more adventurers in and have them help it on the scouting expedition.
I may have a plan to assist you with that, my friend. That is not the discussion for now.
We'll keep that in mind.
This land definitely needs protection.
Yeah, we would like to have he looks behind him and he kind of whistles to something back in the distance, and then two more kind of girthier looking humans come out. General, if you please let these men take Farron. You can help them down. We'll put him in a cell. You say there's been some kind of magic inflict, so we have some special encased enclosures. Well, not really specialty encased, just we found that they've dabbled in some magic. A lot of things require you to be able to see. And if you can't see things, it's hard to do stuff. So we can put him away down in one of the bellows. And so they'll lead Atlas and whoever else wants to kind of go and accompany them down into the basement. Whoever else remains will just keep talking to you. So we can do that. You mentioned a box that could end the curse?
A few of my compatriots are partial to seeing the effects of putting a creature into this magical box. And because he is a criminal deserving of punishment, and we don't know what would happen if a creature goes into this box when it is smaller, they were partial to experimenting with that. And if he goes to another plane, because of the effects of the box shrinking, that would resolve the curse. And if he dies due to it shrinking, that also resolves the curse.
I mean, the box is solving the curse, it's just if it's ethical or not.
Interesting. The box of interplanal travel would be quite a color solution. But you could never bring the box back.
Why couldn't we bring the box back?
Because then you'd be bringing him back.
But if the curse is dispelled, he'd have to redo it again.
Correct.
It might have something. And you're sure this is what the box will do?
No.
Not at all.
I clearly said this was an experiment.
I mean, maybe we'll have a fly situation where when we bring him back, he's half box, half halfling.
If you're willing to take some time, I can try and get a better understanding of what this box you have is.
I mean, I've already pulled it out.
All right, so you're gonna hand him the little box or the big box?
I pulled out the big box.
Are you handing him the big box with
Yeah.
all
I
of
mean,
our
I've
money
already
in
put it
it?
on the ground. What does he want me to do?
He takes a look. No, this is quite elegant.
Don't underestimate its destructive power.
We should probably take her stuff out of it so that.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
I don't need to open the box. I can do what I can do just as is.
Okay.
And once again, he kind of goes up closer. Kind of is like feeling it up on the edges,
Whoa.
trying to get like an essence of what the materials of it are. And begins to say another incantation. He's kind of feeling it up and down. You see kind of a slight hue glowing around the edges of the box as he does this. And he kind of goes through, covers it all. And he kind of looks up. He's like, this quite interesting. It seems to be there's tales of an old wizard spell where you could make a chest to store your valuables and ship it off into a different plane to hide things. And you would have this little toy chest, and by performing an incantation on the toy, you could get the big box back. Some creature seems to have... Oh, what would the word be? Horribly tried to do that, but did something horribly wrong. Where that one is quite secure, and only the caster can do it. This seems to be anybody that hears the code phrase can send the box back and forth. And instead of sending this box to the ethereal plane where things can be well hidden, the opposite side of this seems to reside in the Shadowfell, possibly hoarded by undead. It does not appear it can transport living material.
So we kill him and put him
So
in the
that
box.
would
Yeah, I know. That's all you're telling me.
would kill him then. It would sink.
Does it count if you're dead inside?
Time to send him to the Shadowfell.
It seems to me the magic isn't strong enough to for the box to transport if a living creature is inside of it.
Okay.
Interesting.
Well, the box can still solve our problem by putting the small box on top of him, then making it big. So.
What's the tallest building in Murran?
What about on top of the outhouse?
I don't want to risk damaging it. All right.
No. We'll bury him underneath the outhouse, so for all time, people are.
Oh.
Does Farron have any comments while we're discussing this?
Farron
Farron
was
has
taken
already
to
been
a
carried
cell.
away.
Oh, he was
Yeah.
taken already? Okay, I
Yeah,
missed
so
that.
Farron,
That's upsetting.
the two soldiers and Atlas have gone down.
I was really hoping he was listening to all this.
So how does an outhouse on the dock works? Is it like one of those portable porta potties where it's just not that deep, or is it just going, down into the water?
Who has an outhouse on the docks?
Yeah.
I don't think you've seen an outhouse on a dock.
Oh, so it wasn't actually on the dock?
No, we were in market.
No, we were.
No, the one that Jogar broke was on land.
Oh, okay.
Remember, it was like right around the corner from the artist, who didn't see it enough to go down, so we had to make the ice bust of Jogar's head to sketch.
Well, I was imagining the whole market was like on the docks, like in Flapjack, how they have like Stormalong,
I
or
see.
whatever the place is called.
No, so the market in this one is set
land.
inland.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
set inland. Yep. There are pools of water nearby, and you are close to the ocean, but it's not on a dock itself. It would
Yeah.
probably get washed away, and it's not great for others. Well, we can give our cracks a try at some interrogations this evening. But thank you, gentlemen, for bringing him into us. This is most unusual of an occurrence. We've been rebuilding and rebuilding since the last invasion, and it'd be detrimental if it happened again.
If you don't
Please,
find that execution is a worthy punishment, might I recommend banishment just to get them far away from this area, so that way the curse would be resolved and you don't have to spare any manpower to fight it back at that point.
Banishment would be interesting. I cannot perform a arcane rite as powerful as that.
Oh, I think
sorry,
not banishment, exile.
Yeah.
Exile.
I would be wary.
I also can't cast that spell.
Yeah, I would.
He does seem like the type to hold a grudge, and he is very persuasive.
We'll keep that in mind. We, with everything we have here, I will,
Give him
I'll
a Viking funeral with him still alive.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my god!
I hate the guy. But oh my god!
that seems a bit intense. Possibly unjust, but we'll see just how deep his crimes go. If it does come out that way, please come to the showing. He gives a little smirk as he says it.
If it helps, it is likely that he helped assassinate the previous owner of the farm.
Arella?
Arella, yes. And
He would
there's
kill his
a
own grandma, or what's called his own aunt.
Great on.
Oh yeah, that's fucked
There's
up.
a potential pathway underneath his estate that would also lead towards the ogres. So if you send people scouting south, that might be a place you want to check out as well.
Interesting.
Also,
Well,
probably smells pretty bad by now. For reasons we won't go into.
Yeah, there was just a shit ton of bodies there for some reason. Nothing to do with us.
I mean, this man's a psycho. He clearly killed his own companions.
okay.
And if you think something did involve us, I'm just gonna say blanket statement, self-defense.
We can
I love you, Jogar.
keep everything you're saying. If all you're saying here pans true, we can look past any transgressions that you've done to bring us ultimately this traitor. It was bizarre that halfling, that Arella, the bronze dragonborn, had a halfling nephew, but you know, love is love, you know.
Who would we be
Can't
to
control
judge?
I'll talk to some of the Selenites. If you head over there, maybe they can help you with any rites or rituals you may need. We'll give a crack at Farron during the night, and if we find there's no more, if he's still more of a detriment, then we'll make sure he's taken care of.
Much appreciated. And if I know I had mentioned the potential for further help. If you need anything, feel free to reach out to me, and then I'm gonna flash the pin, not so hidden. Show that I'm a harper. I'm gonna wink at him really awkwardly and repeatedly until he says something.
Ah, yes.
You just keep pointing at it and slowly leaning closer and closer until it's like.
Oh, I like that.
Friends
So
are
you really
always-
need to get that Twitch figured out, man.
Yeah.
Friends will always be welcome. Yeah, maybe those Selenites can help you take care of your curse. I don't know. You did mention about banishment. There was an old wizard that might be able to help with that. Not too far from here. Little cuckoo crazy old gnome, but he doesn't always see eye to eye with us.
I love the miscommunication where he's like, yeah, kick him out of the village, and you're like, different plane, got it.
She kind of has her own way of thinking, but
I did say banishment. That was my fault.
Well, in real life, banishment and exile can be used kind of interchangeably.
Yes. In this world, banishment is a very specific thing.
Yeah.
You don't
And
go
he's already
around,
casting
hey,
spells.
maybe if you do fireball.
Yeah. Yeah. Do they have the drink here, or is it only meant for killing? Yo, one fireball, please.
You should try and order it and see what happens.
Bartender sighs as he's getting ready to kill again.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk to here?
Not him. I'm kind of interested in talking with the gnome.
We haven't seen a lot of gnomes.
Interesting character.
That's true. In the original campaign, did we even meet a gnome?
Al?
So sorry, did we meet one? I meant to say another gnome, but one outside the party.
No.
Oh, that's
Okay.
Okay, so it is probably 10 o'clock at night. You guys can take a walk down to the wizard's house if you would like.
Should we, take a nap or something, guys? I feel like we're pretty fucking beat from, self-defending ourselves from all those guys.
Also, better than, bugging somebody late at night. We could wait until the morning.
Yeah, he said he was like a crotchety old man, didn't he? I'm sure he won't be exactly ecstatic.
Probably
Old
went to bed
gnomish
at
woman.
7.
Oh, crotchety old woman, old bag, whatever.
Old hag.
That's it.
Shingo kind of chirps in. Well, guys, in light of all this, we can probably get put up for a night back at Asavir's again.
Sure.
Probably
That
need
sounds
to
I mean, we
like a
have
good
more than
plan.
enough gold to pay for it now.
Oh yeah, we do have a ton of. I keep forgetting that.
I
literal
imagine like
ton.
Atlas is actually struggling to carry. He's like, yeah, me too.
Yeah, at this point, Atlas would have come back up.
All right, so I guess we head to Asavir's for the
Yeah.
night.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yep.
we'll sleep and then go talk to a gnome.
Awesome.
So Shingo goes up to the barkeep and kind of does some talking, and he then motions you guys upstairs into your rooms. So Fee has been covered for the night. You guys can sleep, take a long rest, and in the morning, what adventures will
I don't have.
Behold
I don't
you?
have my 70. Comfort good berries now though. I only have 10.
Holy shit.
Oh boy. Okay, hopefully.
We're in
nothing
trouble,
crazy
boys.
I only put some more enemies now that health points actually matter. So that's what? How many? 10 good berries. So that's a minute worth of good berries?
Yeah.
10 HP.
Yeah, because
Okay.
Super Voice does all but -1 spell for how many? Just in case an emergency happens.
All right. Morning rises. Sun's coming up. You hear. You don't hear too much. You're kind of a little bit more inland, but you're hanging out. You're having a good time.
I don't know. I hear some birds chirping.
There are some
Yeah.
birds chirping. Let me
Yeah, seagulls go pretty far in.
let's switch that up now.
There you go.
Make some waves. Okay. So Barron is at the guard's tent. The one guard mentioned about a gnome wizard that was in town that might be able to help with, might be the best chance at help you get for banishment. He was talking about Selenites that might be able to help you with the ritual. There's your outhouse back at the market.
Marketplace.
And there's always the Adventurers Guild. Josue wants to make new friends.
Yes.
During the long rest for you elvish people, or any of you for that matter, did you want to read any of the other books that you had found?
Yeah, Hugriff will start reading the one with the bird on it.
Okay. What languages do you know?
Giant, Elvish, Common, and Druidic.
All right, so you can't actually read that, but
Damn.
Um,
Damn, I can't read.
Oh,
so
no.
as
Should I
you pull it
recognize what
out,
language it is?
you don't, but as you pull it out, as you do it, you're kind of before bed, and Shingo is still around, and he sees it. He's like, "Oh, nice draconic novel you have there."
Ah. Are you able to read it?
A novel.
I can take a look.
Story time with
Appreciate it.
Shingo.
Yeah. So this seems to be. Ooh, Arella enjoyed bird watching. Talks about she was trying to find some birds that used to be in a symphony.
That's it?
Seems that some old bard named Lyria had them. They were then, before she passed, they were enchanted and kind of sent out into the forest. It talks about 5 different birds. And it seems like she found 3 of them.
Oh, damn.
One was trapped beneath a temple over in the Tafirwood. Trapped by demons that had escaped from a rift to the abyss. There's another one she said she found in a lake out in the Snakewood. A peaceful creature, it seems. It singing and kind of calming the tempers of the Yuan Ti, keeping their aggression tamed. Last one she doesn't have a lot of notes on. It just says there's a sweet singing loon she saw out in the moonchase. We could have passed that on the way here. Who would have thought?
Interesting.
Seems like an interesting bunch she has there.
Yeah, Hubert will be making notes of all this.
Seems like a nice tale. So you do that one.
Yeah,
And the other one?
Yeah, Hubert will take a look at the other one, even if he doesn't have time to just see if he even knows what the language is, in case he can't read that one either. You can ask around.
Well, this one is in Elven.
Oh, okay.
It talks about. It sounds familiar. Like the story it's telling is kind of familiar. It's like a debate notes almost, or like a debate recounting.
Interesting.
Of old druid enclaves, and kind of this old tale between whether or not druidic magic should be organized and practiced, and it talks about this so-called first druid known as Salamor, and how some think that he kind of helped and united all of the druids, and some think that he kind of led them down this path of unnatural druidic magic.
I like the irony there.
And I can put that one in.
That's naturally unnatural. I don't like it.
Yes. All right. And Josue, you also had 2 more. If you would like.
Yes, I did actually.
Yeah. How fast a reader is Josue?
I'm getting one of these done, if that.
Yeah, at this point, because you're not also doing like a watch or whatever, this one's fairly more easy to go through. So the first one you find is an old thick leather tome. It's got copies of old adventure contracts in it, back from the guild. The most recent is dated about 40 years ago. It's hard to read a lot that's going on in there. It talks a lot about monstrous tribes in the mountain range of goblins, orcs, giants, and kobolds. Talks about problems, pirates, hags, merfolk, and Sohagwin, kind of out in the Sword Sea, affecting trade, and a little bit of kind of remnants of the ogre armies that would attack caravans well south of the Tethirwood. And there's one you get kind of towards the end that seems to be not completed. And it's a call to retrieve antlers from a lightning stag within the Weldaff. And you see...
Within the what now? Well, what's it?
Weldaff. Weldath. Yes. And it seems like this one had been given to many previous groups back in the day, and yet it doesn't seem like they were successful.
Very interesting. I know the potential there.
And the last one is a little small black book that has addresses and some methods of contact for some various individuals that may have either worked for the guild or been contacted by the guild. The first one is Ellen Poe, a magical gnome over in Valkyr's Corner. The second is Rocky, an acclaimed novelist out in Kekzilla.
That's funny.
The third is Arella Lout, Dragonborn out in the Tethirland. The fourth, you kind of get it as you go through a little bit more, is Joaquin Falconer, an elf out in the Neelanther. And the last one is a guy named Gerald Grissler, human that lived in the Old West Side of Murran. And these ones I will put in the treasure section of your guys' thing.
Beautiful.
Ryan, while we're resting, I would also like to have those gauntlets that I got from what's his face.
Yeah, so you take about an hour, kind of holding them about in your hands and trying to see. After about an hour of doing this, you feel strength come through your arms, as if you had just done 1,000 bench presses in about the time you were sitting here, and you feel kind of the muscles in your body start to expand and grow. Your strength score is now 19.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
These are...
Arms
them down. These are the gauntlets of ogre power. They do require an attunement slot, and so you are now attuned to them. And I will put their effects into the chat. Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, without that last line, could you use these to actually make something weaker?
No, right?
Yeah, no, it says if the score's higher, it has no effect, but that'd be funny. You, like, slip it on a dragon or something, it actually gets weaker.
That would be pretty fun, but pretty good. Yeah. And Atlas has the last thing, so as he's kind of sitting around during the night, if he's toying around with his the battle axe that you guys took off of Farron Chalk. It's not an attunable item, but he kind of comes through, and it is a really, really nice battle axe. And as he looks outside and looks over to the trees, he seems to be very happy, and the axe seems to be very happy. But as he turns over and looks at Davey, the axe is very sad. So I will put this one in.
The axe of not killing halflings.
Unfortunately, he never got a chance to attack Davey with it.
Nope.
And so that one will go in as well. And I believe that was all you guys got. Those are all the goodies you guys got.
So, like, is Jogar, like, now, like, you said he got stronger? Like, is he, like, the type of guy at, like, the gym who can't scratch his back now? Like, so much muscles.
Well, it's how much dex you have. If your dex didn't go down, then you should still be as flexible.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So make sure your whatever attacks you have that could use Dex instead of Strength, because your Dex is higher, they can use your Strength modifier
Oh
now.
yeah, is quarterstaff versatile? I guess.
Because it's a monk weapon, yes. It's not finesse, but because monk lets you use Dex for all of your monk weapons, you don't have
Oh,
to use
sweet.
Dex, you just can use Dex.
Okay, so I can use strength for that then.
Right, and unarmed strikes.
Ooh, oh my god. Okay.
You're getting cracked now that there's no fights left.
I know, right? That's a real shame.
Um,
Well, you guys might be able to do like the buttery nipple. Well, not next week, but I
at
don't know.
some point, there's gonna be some, outside of this, I think there might be some
Yeah.
downtimes in Storm Kings for a week if
Mhm.
I want to hang out and beat up on some Dragonborn.
Yeah, or we could do the Lyra birds at some point.
Yeah.
Although that's probably in the far future, but yeah.
Probably. It'll be hard to do in a one-off thing.
Imagine that'll be its own mini campaign.
Yeah.
It'll be like this after when there's some dead time.
Yeah, it's like a month or two of adventures.
Yeah.
Not bad at all.
Okay, so morning has arise, you have your new goodies, you've done some light reading. Where are you guys off to?
The gnome. Go.
The gnome?
We go to seek the gnome.
Okay. So excited. So you come up onto a nice little house. You should come up to a nice little house. Again, it looks relatively the same as the rest of the ones throughout the area. So you go up on the door, just written, is the name, Ellen A. Poe.
I'll go up.
Oh,
Hey man.
Hey,
Can we
wolf
talk?
man.
hey, hello. Did you see my flyer? What brings you here?
I don't know about a flyer, but we heard from some guys that you're a pretty cool, like, wizardy dude. And us in the town would be really grateful if you could help us with a banishment of some really naughty guy.
Oh, that's a little bit outside of the powers I have, but I might be able to find might be a ritual we could try and do. But when you're here, could you help me with the small problem I've created?
I mean, I'm pretty good at helping with problems. Just ask the Jogar. So
Oh, hello.
sure.
Howdy, small man.
Yeah, come in. So you see her, she's a
Small woman.
shorter, old, gnomish woman, red hair, kind of streaks of gray,
I'm
going
taking
about
a hit
wearing
as I walk in. Just
dark navy blue. Oh, please. Oh,
you don't enjoy pipe weed, dude.
we've burned so much incense in here trying to do these damn things. It's oh. Please, I tried to perform a ritual years ago. My wife was taken from us, and I've been trying to bring her back. The clerics have not been able to help. Something about they can't do anything since she lost her head. So I've tried to do some other rituals, and they've been ineffective. So I tried to create something to protect her while I go off and find some of these more powerful components. But I've done something went horribly wrong, and now there's some monster in my basement that I can't seem to do anything to it.
What type of monster?
It's floating, and it has eyes. It smells really, really bad.
What shape is it?
I didn't look too hard. I couldn't do any. I just got out. I've had some other adventurers come by. Fellow and a fella named Jerry that went down, took a look at it, and ran out.
Oh, the Jerry's.
Are those your pals, Josue?
Jerry with a G.
Yeah.
Hold up a
You should
second.
I mean,
Am I being taught? I got derailed.
I think
No,
we
you're
can
good, dude.
we can help you, but might I say, I understand the loss of someone. It hurts, but I don't think your wife would want you to do this. I don't know if she'd even be happy to come back.
I think I have to at least try. I think there's possibly one more ritual I can try. I'm trying to reach between the planes, and maybe something from that book could help with your endeavor, but alas, the book is also down, entrenched by this monster.
You could exchange them, soul for soul.
We'll take care of the monster for you, but you might want to think what she would want as well.
Very well. Man, if you can do any help, yeah, anything you can do.
I'm
she
assuming
motioned-
she's like leading us to.
Yeah, she's kind of motioning and leading you over to a door down into her basement, to deal with the thing that is down there.
Can I do an insight on this lady?
It's a very good idea.
Yeah, what are you looking for? What are you trying to determine?
I don't know. Like, I think I'm just. Is this like lady being like?
She
I guess
gotta lock
forthright
the
with
door
us?
behind us.
Yeah,
with
is she
fucking
gonna like
monster.
lock us in the basement and eat us later, kind of deal? Like,
Maybe we're the sacrifices for her dead wife.
oh fuck.
Oh, not like that though.
She's pretty hard to read. She seems no less disingenuous or ingenuous. It just seems that you guys have come, and she seems that you might be capable, and she's asking you to help her with a problem.
She
So
seems
the
just
monster's
as
just,
honest
like-
as Baron Frost. Or Baron Chalk.
So the monster's just been content to just like stay in the basement and not try coming up at all.
I have this enchantment along the doors, and it seems to be content underground.
Okay.
But so she takes like a chain with a platinum ring off around her neck and hands it to whichever one of you is kind of leading you through. This will open the door so you guys can get in and
Is it
come back out.
just a quick clarification? Is it the pipe weed or the tobacco that gave me the look previously?
That was Mama Juana.
The pipe weed.
Yeah.
No,
Hey, I have that.
no, there's pipeweed, there's tobacco, there's Mama Juana, which is what you got from
That's
the
funny.
first mate, and then you
Oh,
bought
right.
and used and did not take advantage of the
Sewell. Yes.
And one last question for you. What was your wife's name?
Anagrel.
Anagrel.
Anagrel Lee.
Okay, Davey kind of just
Not
marches
worried.
down the basement.
Okay.
I'll follow behind him.
Once we wrap up here, I would like to talk to you about Anagrel.
Okay.
I agree with my friend. This might not be what's best for her.
Okay. So, you can place yourself anywhere behind this
You can-
line.
Be funny if the wife just died of natural causes.
Indeed.
She
I have
didn't
one
have
thing
a
I'm gonna
head.
do.
There's not many
Alright.
natural causes that causes you to not have a head.
If you fall in a certain way, that's natural, isn't it?
You ever sneeze trying to keep your eyes open?
All right. At this point,
Maybe she was cosplaying a Doulahan and it went too far.
you see,
That would be self-inflicted. That is not natural.
you all have dark vision, correct?
Yeah.
Davey does not.
I do not, but I have blind sight within 10 feet.
Okay. This is all considered dimly lit for all
Okay.
things, so you'll have disadvantage on your perception. But you can see about 60 feet in front of you, those of you that can see. You see an altar that seems to have a casket or a sarcophagus on top. And you can make out kind of like a leather-bound book that's sitting off on the side, and then a little bit beyond that, it gets kind of too dark for you to be able to perceive what's there anymore.
So another effective dimly lit, so it's disadvantage, but also I believe it's a -5 to your passive perception. So,
Right, that's because that is the disadvantage effect.
Yeah. Davey right now has a passive perception of 3.
I love it.
Holy shit.
Davey, you forget where you are.
Davey, you all right there? I think you've been smoking too much, man. You're kind of wobbling.
Has the man finally reached his limit?
I guess Davey would just like walk forward towards whatever seems most
Okay,
disturbed.
so you get about 10 feet to your east.
I want to follow closely as well.
So you guys can move up just behind him. And you can see now, behind the altar, you get close enough, your dark vision's able to parse out what's behind it, is a floating blobulous entity with several eyes sticking out of its head. And it smells absolutely horrid. You remember, well, not you, Davey, but the rest of you remember the zombies from the Wizard's Tower. And it is like that, but somehow even more wretched and undead. And you see in front of you this floating specter. Where'd it go?
So do you think this could be the wife and it was just really botched up, or?
Oh, jeez.
Josue is actually running with that idea. That's why he fucking asked for the name.
And I need you to roll initiative. Okay. Grip, you're up.
Alright. So, I'm going to start with an old favorite with Conjure Animal.
All right.
Don't make me do it.
I'm going to summon a rhino.
Okay.
That's going to, on its turn, try to charge her.
Okay. And are you doing anything for your bonus action?
Yes, I will Starry form into Archer form.
Okay.
And then shoot a bolt.
Yes, let me make your thing visible. So roll your bolt first, and then you can set your auras.
17.
17 hits. And you roll your radiant damage.
Yep, it's at the bottom.
Ah, cool. 7. Nicely done.
Alright.
You hit this thing square in the head. It kind of shuffles back, not eyes kind of squinting. It doesn't like the radiant energy you're shooting at it.
Yep.
It's not dealing extra damage, it just doesn't like it.
Yeah, since all my spells have all the range I need, I'll back up some. So it hits me with an AoE attack, I don't hit everybody else.
Okay. Davey.
Okay. Can you attach Rhino to grid?
Oh, is it not?
No. it's
He's
in the middle.
off center to me. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
All right, cool.
So I'm going to cast Misty Step
Ooh,
to get
okay.
30 feet forward. And go here. And then
Cool.
use my 25 feet of movement. Get right up to the dude.
I forget. How are we doing the initiative for the things again?
It should go right after your turn.
Oh, okay.
So it should have gone. Davey, we'll finish your first, but then... Actually, no. Do yours first in case it gets knocked prone.
Okay.
Right? If Rhino's doing that.
Yeah, so the rhino's gonna run up and try to knock it prone.
Sorry, Will.
Nope. I mean, this is beneficial, so.
Yeah.
Okay, so... How long does it need to go to make the prone thing?
The 20 feet. So I put
Okay.
it 20 feet back.
Okay.
So... Gore. Oh, no.
Alright, so... No, that does not hit.
Damn. It finally missed.
Alright. Okay. Davey, please continue.
Okay. Well, I got right up to him, so I'm going to hit him with my trident.
Hell yeah. That does not hit.
You know what? I will use my inspiration.
Damn.
Do it.
son.
So 1d8. That's
Well-
a 12 to hit.
It's hovering, and as you thrust at it, it hovers just high enough that you're not able to get the trident up to it.
Okay. That's fine. I will take my second roll. That was to kind of suss out maybe some AC 22.
Yeah,
to
that
hit.
one, yeah, that one hits.
That one's going to be a smite at level 2.
Okay, and it is undead, so add that into whatever your
And
calculation
it is
is.
undead. Okay. So I'm going to roll normal damage first. 3 whole damage
Okay.
there. And
Damn.
then casting at second level, and it is undead. It's not a crit. That's like such a little damage for that. Okay.
Oh, you rolled a
So
one.
total of 15 damage, or 3 piercing, 12 radiant. And
Yes,
that's my turn.
that's a good hit. He's still hovering, staring at you menacingly.
Just standing there, menacingly.
And needs to roll a... Let's see what he gets. 12. And then he needs to roll. There are 4 of you.
No, I don't like this. This is
I'll roll a
about-
2. Who's second in initiative? Davey, I need you
Davey.
to make a wisdom saving throw.
1 minute. I need to figure out.
And if you have something that gives you advantage against being frightened, you may use it. Or if there's something that helps you to not be frightened.
Okay, I am brave, so I have advantage
Okay,
on saving
you have
throws against
advantage
being
on the
frightened.
saving throw.
Okay, that's useful because my wisdom. I am proficient in wisdom saving throws. It gives me
That
a
is
plus 1.
12.
Damn.
You are frightened of this thing.
Ooh, I am frightened.
So you
Spooked.
cannot move closer to it, and while you're in line of sight of it, your attacks have disadvantage.
Okay.
You can repeat this saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
That looks kind of spooky. There we go. Actually, no, I'm green. No, green's with envy.
So,
I'm gonna be
the big
orange.
menacing eyeballs of wreaked, wretched undeath are not too pleasant. Surprise. You have anything else? You did your bonus action and all that, right? All set. Oh, that wasn't even your turn.
Nope.
Josue.
Hold on, because I wanted to try to talk with this thing because despite the fact that it's a disgusting undead, I think this is a disgusting undead victim right now. I didn't want everybody to jump and attack, but I was a bit slow on the punch.
I do
And I
feel you could
gotta
have
look
told
at
us
it,
that
they're
as
like-
we were walking down.
Anna Grill, is that you? Does it show any signs of recognition when I say the name?
No signs of recognition, no signs of understanding you at all. It can recognize you're making sounds,
Okay.
but it cannot communicate back.
It must be stopped. If it is you, I apologize. And then I'm gonna go up here. And then it's time to drop the trusty companion. The realest of them all.
Oh yeah.
Gonna
You
say
got,
the
I
old
got my
one,
rhino,
two-
you got your baguette.
It's
the
boggin'
baguette
time.
sacred flame.
It's boggin' time, baby! Ha!
17. He hits for 3 force damage.
Alright. And this time we're gonna try for a bit beefier than a Sacred Flame, and it's gonna go terribly wrong, I feel like.
Well, I don't think you can cast
can
a
you?
level spell.
What?
You can't cast a leveled spell.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Don't know if I want to do... There's other things... Yeah, I guess we'll Sacred Flame. I was thinking about some cheeky other shit, but it's not worth it.
Sacred Flame. So he needs a dex save.
DC 13.
Alright, his dexterity isn't...
Why do I even bother?
Right back where we started.
I was
Why?
really hoping. His dexterity modifier is a
Like-
-1.
Even yeah, well, that's okay.
Don't worry, 3 to 4 more of those, and I'm sure
Yeah.
one's gonna land.
I was thinking about. I could have turned undead. I was thinking about that, but I don't know if I'm in range.
You
That's
could.
technically not a spell.
It
That's
is
my
not.
turn either way.
Also, make sure, if you plan to do that going forward, read what the Destroy Undead feature is for your
I
class.
doubt this is half CR.
You might be right, but you know, who's to really say?
Yeah, I was thinking about that as a cheeky thing. Like, what if? What on the off chance?
I can't remember where that cutoff was. Alright, cool.
Yeah. It's very
Jogar.
low level.
Alright, I'm debating, like, we're all crowding around this thing, but Jogar wouldn't be tactical about this, so he's also going to crowd it. So I'm going to spend a key point, Step of the Wind, to give me extra movement, so I should be able to get right here, and I should be able to strike it from there.
Yeah, do it. So that's your bonus action, and
That's
some
my
amount
bonus
of
action.
movement.
I mean, technically, by all of us crowding, it's only me and you, and then the summoned rhino. So it's not all of us crowding.
True. But with that, I'm going to make a quarterstaff attack, and I'm going to make it a stunning strike, and I'm going to use a key point for that.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh,
26, that hits.
Oh my god.
And so it's a DC 13,
DC-13 Constitution saving throw. Was a
Oh!
8. Yeah, he is stunned.
Nice.
Ridiculous.
So your next attack has advantage.
All attacks
cool.
on it until its turn have advantage.
Right, so it's
Alright.
until the...
End of its turn.
So I'm going to make another quarterstaff attack on it with my final attack.
Nice, 8.
I just poke it in one of its eye stalks.
Yeah, so that also hits, and you whack one, and one of the eye stalks flies off and
Ugh.
impales itself onto the other wall.
Son of a bitch, I was in range. Alright.
And after I stun him, I look at everyone else and be like, "This is your chance now.
Yes.
Fucking jump him."
So as of note, he is stunned until the end of Jogar's next turn.
Oh, until Jogar's next turn. Okay.
So Heathcliff, you're up.
I'm gonna hit him with an arc, or try to hit him with a story bolt.
Yes, that is a 12. That does not go. It kind of goes.
So it doesn't
And-
have advantage.
Well, that one does have advantage. Yeah, that's a 26.
You also have to move closer to do that.
Oh, I do. I thought that
It's a-
story form.
60 feet.
It says 60 feet.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It's 60 feet. Yeah, I'll move closer.
Yeah.
I was mixing up with Guiding Bolt. I thought I had 120.
Yeah.
Yes. If you're
Yeah.
trying to fire spells or projectiles through the rhino at the thing, it'll have half cover.
Oh,
It
yeah.
hits anyway.
26.
But yeah, just because it's a very large creature in front of another large creature.
Yeah.
But yeah, that hits.
All right. And then I'm gonna try hitting him with a Guiding Bolt.
Ooh, okay.
Triple advantage.
21.
There it
That also hits. Damn.
Okay. And then
Yeah. A few more eyes fly off the sides of its head.
and that'll be my turn. And now it's time for the Rhino.
Yes.
The Rhino's gonna back up 20 feet
All right.
and
so
then
it's
go forward
going-
20 feet.
Right. It is not going to. Yep. Roll your attack.
25.
5 hits, yes. And it's a dexterity saving throw?
It
Or a check?
Strength.
Yeah, strength.
Saving throw?
Yep.
Saving
It's
throw.
DC
Yeah,
15.
It fails because it is stunned.
Correct.
So he is prone and
Prone.
hovering in the air.
Alright, and it does 4d8 damage.
Yes.
So 15 plus 5.
Yeah, this thing is not doing too hot.
Alright, that's me and the rhino's turn.
All right, Davey. It's
I'm spooked.
lost a good amount of eyes. You are spooked.
I am absolutely terrified of this thing. But then I saw it get absolutely wrecked by like two hits from a quarterstaff, and then whatever Hugriff just did to it. So my best bet is to stand and strike a couple of times. So I'm gonna one-handed. That should be neutral. But 17 to hit.
17 does hit.
6 damage. Is that
Oh wow, that's some
not
big
quite max
from
damage?
Davey.
Okay.
Almost max damage right there. Let's go.
All right. Any smites or no?
Not on that one, no. And then I will trident one more time. 9
9
hit.
is not enough.
Okay. Well, I am thoroughly spooked, but I don't want to move away from it, so that
Okay.
is my turn, yeah.
All right. Another wisdom saving throw.
Hey, let's do this. And I have advantage on this, so that's
You do.
13.
13 it's still it
Aw.
seems like a weak
It's-
little bitch, but it somehow is still a terrifying weak
It's
little bitch.
really spooky, guys.
The more we're caving in its face, the grosser it looks and the scarier it looks to Davey.
Have you seen this thing, guys?
The beholder is still stunned. Josue, you're up.
I almost feel a little bad for it. It's stunned, prone, surrounded.
So, you got me thinking, and you know this is a pipe dream, but I'm gonna bank and say you picked something with half CR and made it really beefy, but didn't change the CR. So we're gonna turn undead real quick.
All right. So what saving throw is this?
This
Or is there no saving
gonna
throw?
be wisdom. It should be my DC. Let me
Jesus.
check real quick.
This thing has one statistic that is greater, one ability score modifier that is greater than 0. And it is. Oh wait, hold on. Not that.
Hey,
No. Do the first one. But add.
Jesus Christ.
Come on. Oh, ignore that
This
one.
thing is cracked against Josue and nothing else.
Ignore that one, but add 3 to the total, so 20.
Fucking A. Be gone, you wretched. Oh, fuck it. And then we're just gonna bonk it.
I like Josue starting it and realizing it has no effect, and they just
And
tries
this
to bonk it.
this is not going. This turn is not going.
That is no. Unfortunately, is it's like twisting and dodging, using its mind to dodge away from your turn undead. That should have advantage. So roll again.
Oh, sweet. That's right. Yeah, let me,
'Cause it is
Josue,
still
do not lose
stunned.
your confidence.
How does the baguette do it?
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. This is the floating head, right? It's just that's what it is.
It's just a floating head.
So it's gonna go to behead the thing, and then it's gonna get confused. It's gonna like kind of chop under it, and just kind of sit there, like cock itself a little bit, like what the fuck. And then it's just going to ram itself through the big eye, in the center of this thing's head.
And it kind of writhes in agony, but not. It just sounds horrid.
On a whim, I'm going to say, I am sorry, Anagrel. No one deserves this. Because I have a feeling.
And it pierces the eye. The creature collapses. And that is the end of that thing. It is dead. While previously it was only undead. Now it is real dead.
Now it is re-dead.
And your rhino is
after being scared for his life for like One of the first time, because Davey's pretty brave. He is fairly brave canonically. I'm gonna be hitting that one here.
So I'm not even gonna bother with like what the fuck is going on down here. I want to march back up to this woman.
Before you do that, is the
Feel free to
Jerrys
do it,
down
yeah.
here?
Is what?
Are the Jerrys down here? Didn't they come down here?
No,
The
they
Jerrys
came and
ran
left.
right away.
Oh, okay, they were bitches.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So if you'll move your rhino off of the altar that's there.
Sure.
There is like that coffin thing that was on there, and the little ritual book was there as well.
Mildly defiled.
Only, yeah, it's like crushed a bit, but like the rhino kind of like leaped over it and was careful not to desecrate it too badly.
Yeah.
Is there-
Rhino.
Can you roll?
Yes, I do. Ha ha ha.
Wait, where is it?
You can guidance yourself, right? That's a thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes.
You
Also,
can.
I can guidance you if you want.
I am marching so far ahead. Like I'm smacking my ass vigorously as I fucking hop up these steps, trying to pump myself up to talk to this woman.
Who came down here first? Who led the
Davey
charge?
did.
Davey was the first.
With a
All right, this
passive
way. You get to
perception
the
of
door and
30.
it doesn't open.
Man, you called it.
Oh god, she is gonna eat us.
Man, if only we had a living battering ram that could open the door for us.
Are you kidding me? Give me a sec.
You remember she gave you something that let you pass through before to the first person through.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Griff, can you roll investigation?
Sure.
I'm doing this on the door.
Spliffed. He can't know where he is.
Okay.
Perfectly average, as all things should be.
There is one. You see, like the ritual book, and there's kind of one piece of paper that seems to be pretty well reserved, lying about. You cast Dispel Magic on the door.
Correct.
Yeah, and if you go and open the door again, it opens.
All right. So you wrap up whatever people want to wrap up out here before I lay into this woman who I think is practicing necromancy, and that's not cool.
I mean, she straight up told you what she was doing beforehand. Were you just not listening?
Yes, but this is vile. This is terrible. An affront to everything.
So you find a nice little letter.
Is there a transmutation circle down here?
Is it still sealed?
No, you don't see anything else down here besides this thing. There's some braziers lying about, but you do find a little poem on the altar you would like to read.
Oh my god, it's so long. Oh my
Yes.
god. There we go.
It's great.
I skipped to the end and I just saw the moon never beams and I immediately thought moonbeam. That's a lie. So
Well, that was
clearly
nice.
the cure is we need to cast Moonbeam on her and that will revive her. That's the hidden message I've gotten from this.
If you take a look inside of the casket, would you like to?
I'll poke my eyes in there.
Jogar, you see a headless half-orc woman. Body seems to be preserved, almost. It doesn't seem to be undergoing much evidence of decay. And you see the head is in the coffin with the body. A little bit dented, broken up, but for the most part is intact.
Could we just combine the two and use Revivify?
You could try.
Revivify only works within like a period of
A
time,
minute,
I
yeah.
believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
a
this,
minute.
this lady's super dead. She's been dead for a while.
Oh, right.
Alright, so you guys are piecing that all together. Josue, you've barged through the door, and Ellen is just sitting in a chair by her little fireplace. Oh,
That
you've
is
got rid of it.
unacceptable.
I know. That's why I've needed people to get rid of it.
No. What you did to that poor woman, you love her, you claim to love her, and you turned her into that? Did you not think we would notice when I spoke her name? The pain in its eyes.
Is it
I'm
though?
totally willing to roll deception here if I need to.
Is it deception if you're just retarded?
Oh, gee.
I'm lying about the reaction that I had. There was no reaction when I said the name.
You can roll deception, yeah.
For the love of God, I smacked my own ass for this. I have proficiency finally.
Oh my god.
So many nat 20s.
Let's fucking go!
I didn't know the spectators they're supposed to hear, but I didn't know this vile abomination could. It was just supposed to be. I talked to an old friend, and I needed to go find kind of more powerful magic to try and bring Anagrel back. And so I thought I could bring a spectator in to watch over her and keep her safe while I was gone, but I must have done the ritual poorly, and that undead abomination came in through. I have no idea why it would react like that.
You need to let her rest. I don't know this woman. No natural person would want this.
She was taken from us too soon.
This
That's all I can do to try and bring her back.
I understand your pain.
Have you ever
I am
seen...
responsible for the lives of those that I truly cared about. I push it away. I try to not think about it, but they are where they are now. They cannot be brought back.
She can, with a little more magic. Nobody's final sight should be some weird spherical ball from sea coming and clearing your head off. And maybe when you bring her back, she can have a more fitting end.
A more fitting... What are you talking about?
We can go together. It'll be
Oh my god.
fair and fitting as it all ends. I have about the life of me as she'll have, and we can grow old by the sea, watching the waves together.
She won't be herself.
She will be herself. She's same as these clerics do for all of their own. They just need something a little more than they have.
That is different. She is long gone. There are limitations to what can naturally be done, even with magic.
That's the point of
powers
magic.
you are playing with are dangerous.
Dangerous, yes, but I have to try. Did you see her? Did you find the book?
I came up here in a rush of... I'm sure my comrades down there have found something. This whole thing... Undead, ugh. That poor girl. That poor woman.
I promise you, there's the only reason that undead aberration was down there was because of some horrible accident. I have no...
And what happens
No
with the next
intention of
horrible
undead.
accident? If you've had one, what's to prevent another? So far, you've had more accidents than successes. I hate to break it to you. What makes you think that you are above God, that you can bring someone back?
These clerics, they do it all the time.
It is much different than what you are doing. And again, even that has limitations. She is too far gone.
Roll persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh boy. Really
think
would
by
like
this
recognize-
time,
You guys would
at
have
least
come up
Davey
by now.
would have come up. Yeah.
Yeah, the rest of you would have gathered if you want to gather the things.
Do I still have guidance? Doesn't force you to use it on the first roll, right? Or
No, it doesn't.
Nope,
Doesn't?
you just have to use it on a check within the next
All right,
minute.
I'm gonna roll that fresh D4 real quick. Ah, come on! I wanted that 20.
Maybe after all these years, it is best just to let her be. I just don't know what to keep doing. She was everything when she was here. Trying to get her back has been everything since she passed.
And it has consumed you, clearly.
You need a new hobby like crochet.
All's that missing time.
Or bingo.
Crochet, no.
At this point, she would be despairing over your lack of moving on. She loved you as well.
Thank you, Davey. He speaks the truth, and you know it.
Maybe you have a point. I will talk to the priest, and we will have a proper burial rite for her.
That
Thank
would
you
be
at
good.
least for getting rid of that thing.
I gotta go up to her and put my hand on her shoulder. I am truly sorry for your loss. I know the pain of losing those you love.
Thank you. And here for helping get rid of this. And she reaches into her pocket and pulls out a little satchel. And kind of holds it to you and you turn inside, and it's this like red powdered ruby colored dust.
Only the best cocaine.
It
You
is
heard of
ruby,
blue meth? This is red cocaine.
it is ruby dust.
Is that a word? She points at Davey's pipe. You've never hit shit like this before.
Yeah.
And I guess the first start to
This will get you seeing sounds.
getting through and moving on is letting her go. And she takes out from her pocket another platinum ring, similar to the one she gave you to go downstairs. This one is inset with 3 diamonds. This was Annagrel's. It might be best to let her go as well. She hands it to you, Josue. Do some good with it. And maybe I can take a look and see, maybe this banishment you mentioned prior, I can figure something out and have some new focus. Thank you for
That would be
everything,
great.
really.
It would really help with the whole. I don't know if you've heard about the town famine, but the farmers haven't been working. So if you can figure out that banishment, it would really be a boon to the whole city.
Food has been tight. The clerics, from what I hear, have been doing what they can to supplement, but fresh natural food is going to be good to have back running through. Thank you. She kind of gestures for you guys now to move out.
Kind of curious. My rhino isn't able to go up the stairs, right?
No, it isn't.
No, your rhino can't really make it.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
becoming a trend with you and your
She
animals.
sees it in the doorway and is kind of like in awe because she is a gnome who is about 3 feet tall,
Yeah.
and this is a rhinoceros. Its horn is about 3 feet long. Jeez. Oh.
You can play with him if you want. I mean, he's going to be there for another hour.
You can dispel it whenever you want.
Thank you.
All right, have fun, you two. And I like,
Slowly closes the door to the
Fucker.
basement. And she moves back on her merry way.
yeah.
Do we want to tell the town guard that the wizard's gonna help them, or do we want to go inspect the
Outhouse?
Jogar's,
Outhouse?
Jogar's
I would love to see
project.
Obviously,
Outhouse.
one takes precedent over.
I mean,
the
it
other.
has to be on the way, right? Like, it's right. Let's go see the outhouse.
No, we are like next door to the town guard, and the outhouse is on the other side of town.
Are we that close?
Yes.
It
Hold
was
on.
a
I
really
need
bad
to.
time to start looking at the contracting shit.
So, this is where the town guard was.
Crap.
The wizard was in that general area because it was not far from where we stayed at the inn here.
Yeah, so there it is.
And
Now
the
it should be on your
marketplace
map.
is literally on the other side of town.
Interesting.
I mean,
Well,
Davey suggested it, man. Davey doesn't have bad ideas, I feel like.
Nice pipeweed stroll.
Yeah.
Up to
It's
you
not like
guys.
he's gonna go anywhere, you know?
Yeah, you know, those magic users, famous for just sticking around in places.
Davey, don't make sense on this. I just want to see my outhouse, god damn it.
We'll go to the outhouse. It's all good.
All right, outhouse first.
yeah, works for me. Nothing possibly could go wrong by this course of action.
Okay.
We do need to get by the guards in the front of the marketplace to even see the outhouse.
Well, I mean, if it's done, they'll let me in, they said.
Yes. So you come up onto the gate. You walk through town. You walk past the town guard because you have to get back there. And it doesn't seem like the place is burned down or there's any super ill effects since you last were there. So presumably things are maintaining the course.
How about this? I just poke my head in the door. I go, the gnome lady said she's gonna help out. I keep walking.
A guy is just. You didn't look at him too well, but he's just sitting there like, the fuck? Because it's the different clerk now because it's the morning shift.
Oh.
He has no idea what you're talking about. But, oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, just
Continue
tell
on.
him it's the Baron guy downstairs. Your superiors know all about it. You're just a desk clerk. You'll figure it out. And I close the door.
Jogar, we have to work on your manners at some point.
You faintly hear, wow, that was rude. And you continue walking over to the town square. Relatively lively day. Bunch of people kind of walking about in the streets, and you see quite a few people kind of heading into the market square. A bunch of vendors are either finishing setting up or have already kind of finished their early Merling preparations, are starting to sell that you can see from the gate. You come up to the gate, and
Can I stick my head in the little
everyone,
guard tent,
yeah,
I guess?
everyone roll perception.
Okay, I'll do that.
Roll perception.
Damn.
I'm somewhere in all this.
Davey is focused.
Oh, there
He
goes
is
all my rolls.
The most perceptive with a -2 modifier.
go.
Let's go.
So you no longer see your photo inside, but it's not on the wall of like banishment. It's now in its own place on its other thing. And there's a little placard underneath that says Citizen of the Month.
Fuck yeah, let's go!
Yeah.
And the one
Jogar's
guard
gonna pat him on the back when he sees it.
and the one guard that was the one that had stopped you the last time you came back, he sees you, his eyes kind of light. It's like, you magnificent fellow.
Me.
It just got put up this morning. I had my doubts, but you really came through, and
Exactly.
and
And you wanted to build a shitty one. Come on, man. No.
I want
Your
to see if
tax-
they got the murals down.
your tax dollars at work, it's what it is. And
You know
please,
you have to pay for the shitty shitter.
Yes, please come. And he leads you back towards the kind of back end where the outhouses were. The pipeweed salesman that Davey bought from last time is nowhere to be seen.
I was
But the
gonna
other tents
investigate that, but cool.
still seem to be here. The other two that you stopped by. And you come to the back, and you see standing before you the world's most beautiful outhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, God. Love that.
ornately carved out of mahogany wood. On the far panel, you see a half-orc exploding out of a chest out of where an outhouse used to be, followed by his descent into depression about what type of thing he had just ruined. Finally, him staring up into the heavens as the new outhouse ascends down from Celestia.
The Jogar Snapthumb Memorial Outhouse?
And carved into the front,
And
just as it was requested, it reads the Jogar Snapthumb Memorial Outhouse.
So yeah, it's the Jogar Memorial Outhouse, man. Like, have you ever been to the park? They have those memorial benches everywhere. You have to be special to get one of those, right?
Jogar, I think you need to be dead to get one of those.
No,
Wait,
you can
stupid,
dedicate
I'm
things to
alive.
people who are still alive.
I've seen those benches all over the park. I've seen some memorial buildings. It's the closest I'm gonna get to it. You know, like, obviously, you gotta be something special to have your name on something. I'm something pretty fucking special. I did the thumbs up.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god.
I really love it ascending from heaven.
Yeah, that is.
Or descending from heaven.
Descending from heaven. It is coming down, not up.
Was the heart necessary?
That's just what outhouses have.
Yeah, every house has
It's either a heart or a moon.
It's the venting.
So what that actually is, it's like a fucking pressure outlet. So if something expands super rapidly, how else won't explode?
You
all
know,
the air
like all the
pressure will just
methane
go
gas
out
that
the
you
heart.
accumulate.
And the horrific way that Jogar Snapthumb died to put up that outhouse.
And the dwarf that you had commissioned to do it, and the painter that you had do the murals, kind of see you over here and start coming up, and dwarf comes up first. So, well, gentlemen,
This is excellent work, my man.
thank you. Please, this seems to be quite a lucrative business, outhouse making. If you have any friends looking for one, please send them my way. I'll be in
Yeah,
town
of
for a little
course.
while longer. And the artist comes up to you, Josue. He's like, "Oh, I didn't realize your friend that you made this for had died. I'm so terribly sorry. Please, the final installment of the payment is forgiven. It's just so."
As Jogar's standing
tough.
next to him.
I'm standing.
He thinks it's his brother.
It is a beautiful piece, my friend. I am truly thankful. I will think of it often.
Thank you.
And a tear forms in Josue's eye.
This is also my favorite part of the adventure.
Admires the art.
You are quite handsome yourself. Did you ever like to come sit for a portrait? Can make some things happen.
Oh, that does sound quite exciting.
Wait, you saying that to Josue, the burn victim?
Yes.
It adds character to my face. You need to.
Love is love.
Sorry, I have a bias against elf faces. I'm working on it.
Coming a lot from a guy with some bone face. You actually, your portrait might make some good money with certain groups of people.
What does that mean?
And then as he says that, he turns and walks back to his tent. And the carpenter
What?
as well. They've seen you and they go off on their way.
Some perverts out there or something.
Are these the same type of people that want feet pics?
Oh no.
Oh no.
I just realized in the left mural there's a 21st like a modern day toilet. It's not even a fucking outhouse. It's just
Creative liberties.
I have visions from the future.
You exploded the outhouse so far. It brought the future back.
Is it nice on the inside too, like I asked?
Yeah, so
It's-
you open up on the inside and again, ornately kind of sanded down and very nice. What would you even call it? I guess not marbled, but very nice patterned mahogany wood.
Oh man.
Slightly reddish in color. If you sit down, it's kind of like, I don't know, it just feels very comfortable for being an all wood outhouse.
Nice.
And there's less stench within it as opposed to the others, possibly due to the heart on the front, which you notice the other ones don't have.
Yeah.
Because this
Or
was
the fact
made
that
with
it's
love.
Could also be the fact that it's brand new and came up today.
That is also true.
I don't know. People see the new one, they just gotta use it. I'm sure it is the most used outhouse today.
Yeah. That's
You know,
true.
I think it is only natural that you take a crack at it, my friend. Break it in, as it were.
He misunderstands you and breaks it against something to chest.
This one is slightly wider than the old one. You're not sure if it's wide enough for the chest.
I'm not gonna find out.
Chest
Please
isn't
do
here.
not. We paid so much gold for this.
Well, we
I
have
mean,
more
we could
gold
afford a
now.
really nice one now. With all the gold we got.
Oh my god.
That we liberated from that man that we rightfully stole from.
In self-defense.
Yes. In self-defense, we then robbed him after killing all of his employees. We are the
Yes.
good
Is
guys.
there a town hall here?
Um,
Or like
Yeah.
some kind of like, I don't know, like a municipal like building that works on the city here?
roll a history check
Oh boy, my
with
favorite.
advantage because you're from here.
Well, that's an 8.
Oh, that's not great.
I like how the advantage from coming here is absolutely nothing. Like, he's just stares into space when he thinks, I've lived here. Yeah, no, that's not gonna help.
Can I, well, I guess it doesn't matter.
Um,
It would just give him an advantage, and that doesn't help.
Yeah, he already had an advantage. You're like, Jogar, you lived here, remember? And he's like, no.
Like, he's
I
even
barely-
more confused.
I lived here?
Somebody-
Oh, yeah, I think I heard something about me living here before.
somebody has to be in charge. But you were never really too involved in the political scene while here. You were
No.
mostly kind of working and out in the ships. And so you're not really sure who or where kind of you would find the leadership.
All right. Well, I'm gonna talk to a guard real quick. All I'm gonna really tell him is, how much would it cost for me to have a man employed here for the next year, making sure that's the most well-maintained outhouse in the entire town?
Ooh. It's a little bit outside of what we would have a guard do.
Okay.
You could put a
Don't want it.
job posting here, and I'm sure somebody will do it.
We're gonna privatize this outhouse.
You put it on the front of the outhouse. No,
Get
it's
an
the reading
adventurer
material.
to do it.
It's the reading material in the outhouse. As they're looking through, they're like, "Oh, help wanted."
Clean. Do you want to clean this outhouse?
Um,
A hero's task.
On the inside, it has like posters of Jogar, and it says like "Keep it clean," and it has him pointing.
in his new superiorly jacked state.
Yeah,
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Jogar before outhouse, Jogar after outhouse. Coincidence?
Yeah, we can look into maybe finding somebody to do that. If you'd like to find your own person as well, we can talk to maybe the guard could find somebody. They have some extra privates that could deal with it. I don't think
What about you? You look like you could clean some toilets.
that was a long time ago. You know, I've been promoted.
Yeah, okay, buddy.
Jogar manners.
I don't know why I have this persona of Jogar he hates like guards for some reason.
It's like a what's called inner city kid cop relation. It's like you hate each other because you hate each other.
Alright, well,
City, the farm, it's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
in the whatever the after credits of this adventure, Jogar will look for someone to clean this. 24/7.
Okay, so you found it. Do you want to do any shopping? Do you want to head back to the town hall? Do you want to go see somebody else? Do you want to do something else?
No, it's do we need to go really like talk to those guards now when the thing? It's my
We should go check.
summary I gave them.
All right, so you mose away. You're back across the town again. It's taking
This is
quite a
worth
long
it.
time of your day.
As we're about to leave the marketplace, I think Davey would speak up. You know, fellas, while we're here, it was great to do these awesome things with you. But I think the sea is calling me once more. I wish to see you again at some further point in the future, but I think this is where I take my leave.
And he goes into the outhouse.
I look at Davey. Shit. I don't think I ever. Jogar's like. He squats down at first, but then he realizes that's kind of rude, so he stands back up. And then he pulls out. Oh, we haven't split the gold. How much gold did each person get?
So
I thought
from
you did.
the Farron's area, we're 788 copper pieces, 233 silver, 1269 gold, and 22. What is that? Platinum.
Platinum, yeah.
Yeah.
He would refuse the money. He's just gonna go work on a boat.
Oh well, Davey, no, this isn't money. This is, smoke money for like the next 3 months. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. This might last you a week. I have no idea how much you smoke. Actually,
David, please take at the bare minimum. I owe you for all the help you gave me on the way over. That was a rough trip for me.
yeah.
And
Plus,
from
I
that
took a
initial
couple
hit he
rips.
gave you.
That's
It's the least I.
if money doesn't interest you, I have some things that you might be able to have fun with, and I pull out the potion of invisibility that we never fucking used from the previous adventure.
Ooh.
Do you have any interest in this? A little bit of shenanigans on the open sea?
I'm fine. You can keep your potion. I'll take, what was it, 100 gold and be gone.
Okay. Well, actually, I have this little trinket I found. It's a figurehead of a ship. You seem like a really oceany kind of ship guy.
The figurehead of a ship is bigger
Is that
than I
huge?
am.
Why do
It
I
is-
have that?
It's
Yeah, that's
6
fucking
foot long.
huge, man.
Yeah.
Jogar just casually
To be
pulls it out of his
fair,
pocket. Here,
he-
Davey. It's like the size of cake. He just squishes.
It's literally double my height.
I thought it was like a little, tiny little trinket.
Talk about a white elephant. I imagine Davey then dragging it and trying to get to where he goes until he's out of sight at least because he doesn't want to be rude.
You don't
To
look
be
like you're
fair.
a burden on your adventures here. Carry this.
Jogar is kind of casually that strong now to where he could probably just keep that around however the fuck he wants.
Okay, I'm sorry. I thought that was my little trinket, not a China.
Hold on a sec. Do you like that fig? Maybe we could bring it to the docks and have it mounted on a ship of your choosing.
I don't think you can just
He
mount
doesn't
things on
own
other
the
people's
ship,
ship.
though.
Yeah,
You
it's
totally-
not his ship.
If he puts a figurehead on the ship, that's basically his ship. Come the fuck on.
It's like the dog thing of peeing on it.
You get to commandeer one free ship, so choose wisely.
And they see this little 3-foot guy, figurehead holding a. This is mine now.
Them's the rules of the sea, man. I mean, you can't do anything about it. Guess I'm out of the job.
Maritime law.
Oh my god.
Never mind,
so-
Davey. I don't have anything for you.
So Davey takes 100 gold and heads towards the docks to find some employment.
Okay.
I'm
Fair
also
enough.
gonna note I never picked up the figurehead because it'd be insane for me to carry that around. That is still at the Baron's place.
Okay. You can always go back for it. You could have brought it to your parents' house and left it there too. That wouldn't have been unreasonable.
my god!
I thought I noticed that neither you nor Atlas realized he said it was 6 foot like long.
Beautiful.
We carried it up the ladder. Wait, guys, hold up! You gotta help me carry this up the fucking ladder. Like we're moving out of his fucking house.
We really did just rob the man of like everything that wasn't nailed down.
Anything Ryan said was an item. I was just like, mine. Just put it in my fucking pocket.
I'm pretty
And now
sure
you're
if copper wiring was a thing here, we would have stolen that too.
That's what those copper pieces were. It weren't actually copper pieces. They were just the pipe.
Yeah, we stole the copper pipes in his house. We stole
Oh, the
some of the
plumbing's
nicer
fucked now.
doors.
God damn it.
That actually sounds like a fun D&D character who literally steals everything that's not bolted down.
I mean, he tried to give me his clothes.
Yeah.
Because you were the only one who fit in it.
Yeah, you could have taken his clothes. I don't know. Did you take his clothes?
Yeah.
No.
He did not. We tried to convince.
Yeah, we tried.
That would have
Is
been
there like
great.
a yield
Everybody
like
could use some form aware, my guy.
is there like a yield Goodwill somewhere I can donate all this shit to?
You just set up a tent in the marketplace.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, my god.
Classical wardrobes.
Yeah.
One out.
Suddenly it
flash
becomes
sale-
a merchant campaign.
Yeah, we're having a
Oh my
flash
gosh.
sale of all the merchants' or all the baron's goods.
It's an estate
Don't ask
sale.
how we got them and ignore the bloodstains.
An estate sale. Oh my god.
He's not dead yet, but he's getting there.
I like the idea of the Baron escaping, returning home, and seeing all the shit we stole. It's like, what the fuck?
There's an auctioneer outside of his house with like.
That's it. Yeah, he comes back to the sale.
Yeah.
It's Joe Earthenheart as Boomhauer.
Yeah.
Oh god.
And we stole all of his money, so he can't even buy any of his shit back. He
Yeah.
knows why. We really fucked this guy over. Like, no matter what way you look at it, his life is ruined.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh. All right.
Alright.
So as you walk back across the town hall, Davey says his parting words and heads back to the main docks of the Moon Maiden's Hall. And the rest of you go back into the town hall. You come back in. It's the same clerk Jogar that you yelled at before.
I didn't yell at him. I suggested that he
Yelled towards him.
Yeah, it's, you know.
Oh, you're back. What have you come to say?
Hey, watch how you talk to me, man. I'm the citizen of the month, man. All right, fucking watch your step.
Jogar.
Jogar, you need to relax a bit, man.
Maybe you guys should handle this. I'm not.
Are those fucking arms pumping him with roids like actively or something? Is that where the strength
Is he like flexing as he's talking? Listen, man, you gotta understand.
He's got high tea. What can you say?
Yo, listen, nerd.
Holy
I start treating me with respect.
Jesus Christ.
Over
Yo,
here,
is that your lunch there, man? I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Oh, I hate tuna.
Tell your mom to make you something better next time.
Or just give me some cash. I'll do that too.
As you say this, the main guard that was inside that you met last night kind of overhears you and comes out, and there's this half-elven woman walking out behind him. And they come over. Gentlemen, I'm glad you've come back. Did you have any luck with Ellen?
Indeed we did.
Okay. We haven't been able to get any more out of Barron. He's still locked up and we have a couple of guards stationed outside. But he doesn't seem to be any help. He doesn't seem to be any better than when you brought him, and while we can't corroborate we have a scouting party ready to send south to try and look for any signs of this supposed Seer cult that was amassing. But I think if you have no other way to kind of remove the curse, Ellen hasn't come by yet. We'd like to have the fields ready. You've been given the order for execution if there's no other way.
Is he able to willingly dismiss it? Like, is he going to be so petty he would rather die than, dismiss the curse?
As far as you know from reading that ritual book, there was no way to... The ways to remove it were written in there. And so if there is another way, it is not... If there is another way, it was not written in there.
Yeah.
I just realized, Josue, you never told her that you disenchanted that door. That might cause problems to what's-her-name later.
She would have...
I hope she would be able to notice.
Man, I'm sure glad I'm out here, there and there, and I have this door between us.
If she's dabbling in whatever if she goes back to the fucking bullshit, she's asking for it. That's all I'm saying.
Well, if she uses it as a panic room when somebody's raiding her house, and she's very unfortunate that, oh, I don't even need to lock it, it's magically locked.
Listen, Josue's security is about to come to this town. Just you wait. We're gonna keep it safe.
Yeah,
by first removing their safety
room.
Yeah. Step
That's
one,
also ye old crit panic room. That's
So Josue's three-step plan of making people safe. First, remove their panic room or any other means they have to defend themselves. Step 2, offer a solution to the problem you just now created.
I mean, that's better than find a problem, go kill the people creating the problem, and then loot their figurehead.
Yeah.
Listen, the solution, that problem that we solved could be the solution to the next problem that I create.
The woman that came out with him is this human woman, looks like relatively young, maybe 20s or 30s. Fairly pale skin, hair's about shoulder length, cut kind of a deep black, and kind of these green eyes, relatively soft spoken. Greetings, Captain here says you've kind of found the cause of this curse. You might have some ways to remove it other than executing the man downstairs. You have the guidance of Salune to help you, whatever we may need to do, but there's something we can do. You need to kind of help us.
Well, the details are all... Do we have the book? We took that, or did they keep that?
They would still have it, but you would remember what it was.
The details are in the book. There were ways for both cleric groups or druid groups to bless the land, dispel the curse that was laid upon it. Do you need a translator?
No, we were able to parse through it, but it seems that the kind of divine rituals are only able to remove it temporarily. And it may need to go through either the rite of execution.
We can always check to see if... The
other thing is you could just, take a carriage with him in it, drive it out of town, do, a lap, and then come back.
That sounds pretty risky.
Yeah.
I don't think I would want to chance that. The banishment or the execution.
It was mentioned that he needs to go miles out of town to.
Yeah, it was super far.
Alright.
100 miles.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's super far, especially with fucking horse and carriage.
It's literally north of Neverwinter where we started our journey.
No, Neverwinter is 1,400 miles away.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That would work if you sent him back to Neverwinter.
What's the postage on halflings? How much would it cost to mail in?
You can talk to Shireen. She does the shipping. She handles shipping.
To be fair, you could you could put him in the chest, not shrink it, and then still effectively get rid of him by putting him in the chest.
Put him on
Just
the boat
nailing
with
it.
Davey.
I was thinking that
Davey.
too. It's a bit well.
Worst
Send
case
the
scenario,
halfling
me and
Ader with the
Shingo can
only
move him on a
halfling that
boat.
just left.
I think that the banishment or the execution are the only real options. I do not think this man can be trusted.
I think it's time. All right, Captain. I guess with all of that, and leave it to you and your men. We will come give burial rites when the time is ready. And she walks off, kind of back out. All right, gentlemen. We don't want to make a whole spectacle of this. Which one of you would like to do it?
I'm just gonna say, if you guys are still super adverse to killing him, I mean, I know Shingo still has a boat in town. Me and him can just take him out like 1,000 miles and then dump him in some wild somewhere, like an island.
We've had you have to go pretty far, probably out past the Neelanther, but I'm sure if you leave him there, the pirates will take care of him.
Yeah, we'll just dump him on an island somewhere, 1,000 miles.
Do you not want the honor of dispatching this man with your hand, Jogar, especially after all the suffering he has caused your family?
Yeah, I thought about that. You know.
We could even bring him to your dad and let him do it.
Hey, Dad, come kill this guy for me. What the
Well, I'm
fuck?
thinking your dad's probably the one who's been directly suffered the most, since he's the one who actually had to do the backbreaking labor with no reward because of the land.
Well, it would be somewhat nice to kill him, but I feel like that's not the way I should do this, probably. Just, maybe it's just best to not, act out on this blind rage to murder. As much as I would love to, I feel like it's what, people would want me to do, I guess. I don't want to jump into these primal urges, I guess, to kill someone.
This murder is pretty convincing, but I like to be a good person.
I'm the citizen of the month.
is-
I can't go murdering people.
This murder is a little too far from the other murders.
Listen, all of his men that were just following orders, totally fine, but not the guy himself. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's the standard movie thing of like you can kill as many henchmen as you want, but the actual mass murder and stuff, like you got to give him the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth chance.
Everyone
Honestly,
seemed pretty hesitant to kill him. So.
Batman's
I don't
perfectly fine.
know if there's any chalk farm blood on Jogar's hands. I think most of the guys were finished off by Atlas.
Yeah.
It was Atlas and
Like,
Moonbeam.
almost exclusively Atlas and Moonbeam and Gortok killed everyone.
Yeah,
That was
Gortok
most
did a
of it.
lot.
Yeah, Gortok did a lot. Oh my god.
And I
Alright.
mean, who says he even makes it the 1,000 miles? Just
We can prepare something for you to carry him in if you can secure. We can get a. We have a guard boat you can take. You could even maybe find your own passage if you'd like. Ours is a little bit rustic,
yeah,
I'd say.
Shingo's pretty good with the boats and stuff. I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, maybe they can. If you'll take them, then
Yeah, I'll do that.
that seems to be good. If you
It'd be nice to
Drop
be on the
them.
seas again.
in the probably the Neelanther will be a better bet to get rid of him. We can send word to some people over there that might have an idea what's happening.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. We'll have him over to the docks just prior to sundown. And you guys can take him on your way.
Does
And
the
while
buttery
I'm out
nipple
there-
happen before or after sundown?
It'll happen just before.
Are we gonna still fight with? Is someone gonna take over Atlas for that? Fight?
It'll happen at a later date.
Yeah, we
It'll
can't
happen.
have somebody play Atlas for
It
that.
canonically
Yeah.
happens, but I
Okay.
just am making sure that it happens.
It canonically happens before you guys set off, and so you go about the rest of your day.
Honestly, they probably end up on the same boat as Davey.
They may end up on the same boat as Davey. You kind of go through
So you could have brought the
drinking
figurehead.
through the day, doing some shopping, whatever kind of last minute things. Jogar, you, Shingo, maybe Atlas after your fights.
I'm gonna say for Jogar canon, it's just gonna be him and Shingo on the ship,
Okay. Um,
and other crew, but like not other main characters from this adventure.
Yeah.
As long as it's actually Shingo this time.
yeah.
I think it's been Shingo this entire time.
I don't know what sick game Ryan is playing as God over there in the DM chair, but that was not fucking Shingo.
Roll better insight. Maybe you'll know.
Ah!
We'll never know.
You'll never know.
Oh,
Everyone
oh, it
is,
hurts.
if everyone is Shingo, nobody is Shingo. That's all that matters.
I always thought that would be a great spell that an enemy could use on you when you find out what they look like. It makes everybody you perceive look like them.
Ooh, write
That
that
would
one
be fun.
down.
Not for the person afflicted, but that would be fun.
So you get to the docks. They kind of guide you. Davey you don't really see him around, but you still smell pipeweed emanating through the air, so he hasn't gone too far at the moment. But you and Shingo kind of gather a boat from the kind of town's guard, one of the militia boats, relatively smaller but well armed, and you head out to take. And they
We're
bring
not
this.
taking his
It
boat,
basically.
I guess?
No, because that would be Orange Sunrise Company boat.
Okay.
No, it
Um,
exists.
Um,
Nor me.
so you guys are going to kind of get on board. You have a whole new crew that you're not too familiar with. Some seem they may be part of the city militia, or some are just kind of some hired dock hands. And they bring this kind of wooden crate that you can't really hear into, but there are a few holes drilled into it, assumingly to let air pass through more freely, but you cannot see into or out of them, and you can't really hear into or out of them. And so the captain comes over. Well, here's your cargo. Blessed be, Godspeed, and may Valkyr guide you safely.
Yeah, I'll take good care of him. I'll dump him out somewhere, and he can rot out there for all I care. I'll look to Josue and Hugriff, and I say, I won't be gone long. I'll be back eventually. Hugriff, do you have all the information you need on these birds? Do I need to keep an ear out for birds or something out there?
Yeah, I mean, I have information on 3 out of the 5 of them, but if you see a bird that keeps making the sound of a musical instrument, be sure to let me know.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it. And Josue, my life coach. Do you mean to do anything for you out there while I'm gone, and get you something? Find
Just
some other fellow adventurers for your budding adventurers guild?
budding adventures would always be important, but Jogar, come home safe. That is
I'll
what
be
I
back.
truly care
That's
about.
the most
Yeah.
important thing.
I'll be back. My parents will be here, and so keep an eye on them if you're staying.
I have faith. Listen, I think now is the time for the Adventurers Guild.
Wait, are we just gonna be
Especially with
crashing
the
at Jo-
potential
are we
danger
just
to
gonna
the south. We need protection now more than ever.
Are we just gonna be crashing at Jogar's place until he gets back?
So my plan is to take some amount of money before that dwarf leaves town that does the outhouse and try to get him to redo part of the Adventurers Guild.
Also,
I don't know if I
you're-
can afford with all of our money combined to get the whole building redone.
I
I
will
think you
give.
start small and you just do like 2 rooms to show.
Well, that's
like,
it.
proof
Yeah,
of
like the 2
concept.
little entry rooms are going to be nice as fuck to draw people in, and then it's still going to be a shit show inside, but that'll come with time.
I'll give Josue 75% of my cut for him to do that.
Oh, Jogar.
I'll be back. Just save me space. I know I'll need some work to do after this.
Get yet another mural of Jogar graciously donating the money for the Adventurers
How about
Guild.
you have like a Jogar wing on your Adventurers Guild? How about that?
The hero, I will absolutely get another
You can have the same memorial, but I guess
memorial Jogar Snapthumb Wing of Civilian.
Yeah,
is Jogar leaving the chest with Josue?
Yeah, I'm only gonna cause chaos with that thing, so it's probably best that he has it.
Do you want to take any amount of cut from it?
No, but I will leave you the platinum rings and then there was one with diamonds. You have I'll give a fist-sized gem to Hugh Griff.
Thank you.
Damn.
And I'll give. I have an ivory chess set, and I look at both Hugh Griff and Josue, and I try to figure out who would know how to play this.
I will say this: Josue can definitely play chess.
He is the tactician.
He is. He might not be moving the pieces legally, but he knows as little as you do about that.
He plays.
Oh,
5D
yes, the
chess.
horsey, my favorite of them.
Of course, the horsey goes this way.
Actually, I was about to give it to Josue, but I'm going to give it to Hugh Griff only because it's made out of ivory, something made of animals, and I'm sure he'll celebrate that.
Yes.
Well, that's such a heartwarming gesture, homie.
Thank you. I appreciate. I will treasure it in these couple months that you'll be gone, or however long it takes.
And
Do we know how long he's going to be gone? Is it like weeks, months?
You got to go a decent way.
It's 100 miles.
Is it 100 or 1,000? I thought you said.
It was 100.
It was 1,400. The trip that we
No,
took was 1,400, which was which was
he's
2
not going
weeks.
there.
But this is only like 100 or so.
Right.
Miles.
Oh wait, hold on. How long does it take for a ship to go?
I did 100
this.
mile. Okay, likely 100 miles.
Right.
That was the distance. I just wanted to confirm that.
Yes. So on boat you
Ship.
can get.
Indeed. So a sailing ship is about 4 to 6 knots.
You're not. No. Hold on.
That's what they were saying. 4 to 6 knots on a sailing ship. Google told me.
Right.
Which is
but
about
no,
just
but
over
you're
4 to 6 miles per hour.
Yes. So 1,100 miles, and it took you about 2 weeks. So you get about
20.
50 miles a day by the ship you're on. So it takes about 2 days out, 2 days back, so half a week.
Okay.
Oh, that's way quicker than I thought.
Yeah, I was
Plus
like,
another probably plus another day or two to drop him wherever you're going to drop him, or
Yeah. So
execute
we'll see
him.
him. So we'll see him in like a week.
Yeah, Jogar's gonna also kind of spend a day or two also finding people for Josue's guild and look out for birds that make musical instruments. Although Jogar doesn't really know where to start with that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So I don't think there was one. Trying to think what the books Hugh had was where they said. I think it was in the Moonshay. Right, Moonshay. You're going to the Neelanther, so you're going a little bit further south of where one was spotted, but you might find another one on your way.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can deal with that at a later time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys are off on your way. Davey, you are either on a ship or looking for a ship. Hugh Griff, Atlas, and Josue are still in town.
Yeah, what are you guys doing?
Well, for now, I'll probably be helping Josue with his adventure endeavors while I'm waiting for you to get back.
So my goal would be to head to the guard station to talk a bit more about this, because I kind of alluded to I have plans to help the town earlier on, and just kind of be like, hey, trying to revive this Adventurers Guild. I think now is the best time. I have the funding. We have a carpenter. We're going to make this happen.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright.
Well done, everybody.
Yeah.
This was a wonderful journey, guys, and thank all of you for watching. Have a good one. And remember,
I would
Smash
hope
that like
said he
button,
was
guys,
recording
and
it.
have a good
Don't forget to subscribe,
everybody.
homies. Ring that fucking bell.